Kiwi banana shake with chocolate chips. My name is Chef Harpal and I'm going to show you how to make a kiwi banana shake with chocolate chips. Now, if you were to make something which is healthy by using these great kiwis, which are full of nutrition and vitamin C and folic acid, this is just beautiful. You know, the problem is when we eat this fruit, we feel that, oh, it's a bit sour because of the vitamin C content, and it's sweet and sour actually. And I prefer this fruit because it's loaded with nutrition. And if you were to make something good for your children, of course, this recipe is going to help you. You can use kiwi fruit, but as I do, initially what I do is I avoid, you can use it if you want to, but I avoid personally using kiwi fruit directly with, milk products especially, and not so much with yogurt though, but milk directly I do avoid. So what I do is, I cook the kiwis with sugar. So the amount of sugar that will go in making 4 glasses of this milkshake, that is around 6 tablespoons of sugar. What I do is take kiwis, 4 of them, add in here and let them cook for some time so that the sugar gets melted. You can add some water to this, and this will help the sugar to melt, and the kiwi fruits will also get cooked in this. Of course, the color, will be little off, and I'm not making a puree here, you see. Why I'm not doing this is, I want the kiwis to get, mixed in this sugar syrup for some time and get cooked in this, steep in this, and then cool it and use it. Because when I puree them, the reason why I make cubes of this, because when I puree them in the blender along with little milk and the bananas, I still would manage to get some green color of this beautiful fruit. The green color and the texture of this fruit, along with those small specks, the black specks, the seeds of the kiwi, it's amazing, amazing, beautiful. And that's what I like about this fruit. Generally, people do use this fruit directly on pastries, but I like to steep them in a little bit of sugar syrup and then use it, because it balances the sourness and the sweetness. That balance, when you get it right, people accept this a lot more. And in India, sweet means sweet. Cannot go a little bit of sour also. Personally, I love that little bit of balancing of acid with any kind of sweet thing that you do. So here this is getting cooked for some time, and we'll cool this up. So while this will not take much of a time, I will not cook this for long. I just steeping them in the sugar so that, the little acidity of the fruit goes off. It generally puts a bitter, what I've heard from people is, generally people say, oh, that it hits on the throat. So if you kind of cook it in sugar and steep it in sugar, now this is good enough, fair enough. The sugar is melted. I'll keep this like this till it cools, okay? That's important, till it cools. And in the meanwhile, bananas, good bananas. So you see, what you're doing is, you're making a great shake, which is superb to have for kids. And something which they like a lot: chocolate, banana, milkshake, and the goodness of kiwis. So that's what is important. Loads of nutrients coming from both these fruits. And the banana also helps in balancing the acidity of the kiwi fruit. So that's what is important. Here I've got some kiwi fruits steeped in sugar, and the banana also gives in a lot of thickness. So the use of milk will not be so much. It's just superb. So what I'm doing is, I put this in blender jar here. Of course, you need to cool it to room temperature. That's important for you. So in the blender jar, along with bananas, ice cubes, not too much of it, not too many of it. But generally, we kind of avoid, ice with bananas. In India, we do that. I mean, I've seen that with my parents avoiding, telling me not to put too much ice when you're having bananas. And if you have cold milk, you don't have to bother. Milk in this, there you go. And all you need to do is just blend it well. You don't have to bother too much. Just blend it well. There you go. And this is nice and thick and ready to be served. Got 4 glasses here. Great looking shake. Oh, look at this. Nice color. Beautiful. Just that little light green that you would want. And you also get some bananas in there. So don't worry, you can serve this and serve it with a spoon along with this. Now you look at the color. Isn't it beautiful? Finally, for kids to actually enjoy, oh, a little bit of chocolate chips on top of this. My goodness. I tell you, kids are going to run for this the moment you make. And it's so healthy, full of goodness of kiwis, full of goodness of bananas, milk, of course. Every growing child would require chocolate. Every child wants it. And this kiwi banana milkshake, once you make it, they will always want it.